more Americans don't get killed. You don't love America. You don't love Americans. You love fucking criminals, bro. Because that's what you guys are. You guys are terrorist fucking criminals.
We're not going
so
to
you
war just
stick
because
up
we
for the
blow 'em
criminals.
up.
That's how fucking ignorant you are.
Blast those retards. Drug dealers?
Socialism means we love
Socialism
Americans.
is garbage.
It means we
Socialism
love
doesn't
America.
work.
Socialism
It leads
means
to
we
communism.
love the 99%.
Nah, fuck no. You guys don't love anybody that
Capitalism
doesn't
means
have
we
your
love the
opinions.
1%, right? Capitalism
You guys
only
don't
works
love
for the
anybody that doesn't
1%,
have your opinion.
right?
You're
If you
fucking
believe in
delusional.
capitalism, you hate
This
99%
whole
of
country
Americans.
is based on capitalism. This country was built off of capitalism. Are you fucking dumb?
Why is
We
my
love
stream
Americans.
like?
No, you
We
don't.
love
You're sticking
people
up
on
for the
food
cartel.
stamps.
Nah, fuck. Nobody deserves food stamps that can work. You get food stamps, you need to be cut the fuck off. You need to go to work. You don't need to be out here dressing up like a furry. You need to go earn your fucking money and stop living off of our tax dollars, you piece of shit.
You're a
Don't
drug running
veterans
boat, you
get
deserve to get
stamps?
blown up.
Veterans served our fucking country. They
Yeah,
fought
yeah.
for our country. What have you done? Nothing. Don't compare yourself to a fucking veteran, you terrorist.
Aren't half of veterans on food stamps?
So what? They fought for this country and they're
no.
mostly
You
disabled.
just said to take away food stamps.
From able-bodied people like your retarded ass, bro.
So
Go
you
to work.
said take away food stamps, but veterans
No,
need
we
food
need to give
stamps.
more funding to our
This is
fucking
more
veterans.
infighting.
Veterans
No,
who
no
are
infighting, bro.
no veterans who are disabled. Veterans who are disabled
fucking
are actually
ignorant,
taken
dude.
care of by the VA.
What about the
We
You got no
can't-
brain
veteran who
cells.
just got deported to Korea? Did you see that the disabled veteran who got deported to Korea? Do you support that?
Yeah, where'd you
Did
see
you
that
see
on
Christine
MSNBC?
Dillon perjure herself in
Could
front of
I ask
Congress?
where you saw that?
Yeah, I mean,
Where'd you see
what,
that?
CNN.
Fuck.
Now I saw it.
So
on MS
here's the thing though. Here's the thing. CNN
Yeah, he's fucking
CNN
New wars. Do you hear- my question
CNN
Has
is
there
left
been
side.
any
Fox
new
is
wars?
right side. You have to look into things for yourself.
Any
So
new
can I
wars?
ask
He
you-
keeps
I wanna
saying
know
no
what
new
you
wars.
think.
There hasn't
Should
been
we
any
have
wars.
war in
We've just been
Venezuela?
taking out the cartel. That's
So, I
not a
mean, would you
war.
shut the fuck up?
You shut the
Do
fuck
we
up, you
want war in
retard.
Venezuela? What do you
I-
think?
Fucking retard.
It depends. Why? So why
We're
do
not
you
at war
think
with anybody.
Right, we don't want war.
We're-
What do you think of the no
but
new
there's-
wars president?
there's no unlawful
Donald
orders
There's
going?
war looming in the Caribbean.
It's not a started. We're taking out cartel.
But we
We're
wanna
doing
know
that
if you
country a
want this to
favor.
happen or
We're
not.
doing that country a favor, taking out the
Okay,
cartel.
my
Trump's
question. What's your
Trump's doing a good thing by taking out those boats because I mean I just did a stream today. If you want to go watch it, it's on Right Side Rebel
definitely have
on
Right
Side
YouTube.
Rebel.
Right Side Rebel. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
did
yeah.
a stream today
Antifa
downtown.
rebel, what's up?
So
Yeah,
I just
terrorist
did a
rebel.
stream downtown earlier today.
Socialist rebel. Yeah.
Fuck socialism.
So I just did a stream today. I focused on the homelessness and the drug usage. We need to start taking drugs out of America. It's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. I know that. But the fentanyl and everything on the streets, and this is one of the reasons why. Trump is taking out those boats. He's not doing any unlawful orders, but he is trying to make America
Has been
great.
unlawful, right? What about the 80
Could
dead
you tell me
civilians?
what was unlawful
Yeah,
though?
what about the 80 dead civilians in the Caribbean?
I
You mean
didn't
the
hear about
narcos?
that.
You mean
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
terrorists?
80
That-
dead
You mean the
civilians,
fucking-
and that is illegal.
They're not-
And so
they're
this
domestic-
country is
they're-
engaging
They're
in
foreign
terrorism.
terrorists, bro. They're foreign terrorists. They've been designated terrorists. They're
We
cartel
don't want
members,
war. We
and
want
we got to
peace.
take out
Yeah, so
every
80
single
Yeah, but
terrorist.
so they're
dead,
gonna
let's
need
say
to stop
Venezuelans.
bringing
They're
cartel
killing
boats full of
terrorists.
drugs over here
They,
though.
like
they
a
could
real
capture
president
the
should.
cartel boats. They could seize the drugs. They could burn
Nah,
the
fuck
drugs.
that. Take
That's
'em out.
fine. It's 80
Take 'em
dead
out.
people. That's
Take
the
'em out.
problem.
Take
We
'em
don't
out.
want you to just drone strike a boat because there's drugs on it. We want
Yeah,
you
we
to capture
do.
the boat, take it. Look
We
at
don't
what
want
he
them
said.
coming back
He's saying
and doing
we
it
want
again
you
just
to
because you
kill
take
They're-
the drugs. They're going to come back and do it again. You wipe
I mean,
them out
what
and
do
they
you?
think about doing it
Maybe,
like, oh shit, they're
maybe
gonna
they
kill us.
tried. Maybe they tried
didn't
doing
try.
that. Maybe,
Yeah, they
maybe
did,
they
bro.
did though.
Maybe they could. Maybe they should.
Maybe
I
they
agree with
did,
you.
but they
Shouldn't
keep
try
on
that?
coming back.
You're right.
Even
They
with the
already
blown
did.
up
Yeah,
boats,
they've
they
been
keep on
doing
coming
that,
back.
bro. They've been doing that, and they still come. They still bring fentanyl, and they still kill Americans. So we're not going to let them kill no more Americans. We're just going to take them out on their way here in their little fucking
But my
speedboats, and
thing
they'll
is-
never be able to do it again.
You can't do that.
Yes, we are doing it. We can do it. It's
piracy.
being
But
done.
So under international law,
No,
it
they're
counts as
terrorists,
piracy.
bro. They're
Under
designated
international law,
terrorists.
it's piracy.
Americans can take out terrorists that are a threat to
America
this country.
says they can do that.
And we are, and we're going to continue to do
The
it because
international
President
courts
Trump
say
is
no.
a gangster, bro.
The UN
we
courts
love
say
President
this is
Trump.
piracy,
International
right?
courts are a joke. There's no such thing as international
You're right.
law.
International
They're
courts
taking
are a
out
joke because they're
cartel,
controlled by the
bro.
United
They're
States.
taking out the drug
International
traffickers.
law.
No, there isn't because the which is controlled by the U.S.
We have
You
every
have
So
something to
I,
say? Yeah.
huh?
What do you want to say?
So they keep on, even with the blown up boats, they keep on coming back. So what's going to teach them a lesson? At this point, it's.
So should we just blow people up to teach them a lesson?
Fuck
I'm
yeah,
not-
especially people killing
Right?
Americans.
Shouldn't we like send them to
Yeah,
prison and
baby.
try and reform them?
No,
Right?
why
would you
waste
just
tax
kill
dollars
someone?
on people that
I
are
mean,
just
think
gonna
about
do
it.
it
If
again?
we just
I
kill
never,
people, they
I
can't
never
learn a
am
lesson
for,
'cause they're
I
dead.
never am for killing anyone. But they're bringing boats of drugs over. I mean, drugs.
That's the thing. Most of them didn't have drugs, right? If they had drugs, they could have captured the boats and taken the drugs out and proven it to us, right?
They all
There's
had
no proof that there
each
were
boat.
drugs on the boats.
Each
Bullshit.
boat.
Because the boats have been blown up, so there's no
Each
evidence.
boat
It's
though
so
that has
convenient.
came over here that's been blown up has had drugs on it,
Yeah.
or reasonable suspicion.
So we know Venezuela has one of the biggest oil reserves in the world, right? This is all about oil, right? I get that there's drugs and that's a pretext,
It's not a
right?
war, you
We
guys.
can say
We're
that
just
we should
taking
stop
them
drugs.
out.
I agree that we
Just
should
like
stop drugs.
Trump
And like I told Tommy Boy earlier, ICE should be doing their job and stopping the drugs at the border.
And they
right?
are.
If ICE was doing their job, then we
So
wouldn't need to be
that's
blowing
actually
up
border
boats.
control. They stopped that.
It's
Right,
Border
right. So
Patrol,
if
it's
Border
not
Patrol
ICE.
was doing their job, then we wouldn't need
They
to
are
be blowing
doing
up
it,
boats,
but they're coming
right?
across the
So the
ocean.
only reason we're blowing up boats is because we have no faith in Border Patrol to do their
Bullshit.
job,
It's
right?
Border
Well,
Patrol
it's-
that's doing it. It's us.
it's-
It's all one. It's all connected, bro.
Yeah.
It's all
It
together.
is all connected.
Yeah,
Socialism
we're taking
means
out
the whole world
socialism
is
is
connected.
garbage. It's never worked in
That's
history.
what- look, so
Socialism
that's
has
what it
never
means,
worked
though.
in
That's
history.
just the
Do you not
definition of
listen to
socialism.
history? If we don't watch and pay attention to history, to the past, then we're doomed to repeat it.
Right,
History,
exactly. And when you
socialism
look at
has
the
killed
past-
millions, bro.
Hi.
Socialism has killed millions.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I brought a
That's
friend.
fast.
We see
Did
the
you? Oh
greatest
my
country on
gosh!
earth being built on
Hi.
This is Hamilton.
Hi, Hamilton.
He's 11 years old, deaf as a doornail.
Oh.
This is the most free country in the world, and we're sick of the
What's the
illegals.
free healthcare then? That's not free.
No,
What's
the-
the free education? That's not
Free healthcare is not a right. That's
So then what do you mean
socialism.
it's the freest country? What
Because
are
you can
talking
come here and
about?
you can have nothing and you can build your life if you work
You
hard
can do
enough.
that
You
in
can have the
Sweden,
American
you can
dream.
do that in France, you can do that in Britain, and those places have free healthcare too.
Yeah, and it's all garbage. People die from waiting on waiting lists trying to get in because
The
everybody
waiting
gets
lists are
free.
actually longer in America.
No, they're not, bro. No, they're not.
The surgeon
You are
that did my back
insane,
surgery
bro.
that I was on the table for 2
You are
hours came from
insane.
Canada because he couldn't make money up there.
Yeah.
Right?
Canadians come to America to get health care because the health care is it's the same thing.
Hi. Good. Hi. How are you guys?
Good. I was looking at this dog.
The dog.
Veterans for peace and Venezuela is not for the cartels bringing in
Which one? This one?
Yeah, the one guy.
This one?
The
Or
other one.
fitting on
He lives in there.
Americans.
oh yeah, he lives in there. I just saw him come out. I haven't seen him.
Criminals in other countries.
I think he's unfazed by the chaos out here. Yeah.
I see ISIS came out like 3 times.
Making Venezuela better. Hey, you're not very bright.
You guys say hi to one of my mods.
Hi.
We love Brooklyn.
We love you guys.
Don't you remember
9/11?
Pirates.
9/11.
No, we need more funding for American
No, American
people.
pirates.
American
You know, I was gonna stop by for a little bit, but I don't know. It looks kind of packed out there.
They were surrounding Iceman, is what I heard.
Really?
I just seen him
Fucking,
up
these
there.
people are off the charts,
There's
bro.
so many frogs
Have a
today.
good night, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Oh, I can't come over there. I can't go past right here. I'm not allowed to go within 200 feet of ice.
What do you need?
I'll be right back. I gotta show you something.
All right, for sure.
What do you need, Tommy?
He wanted to tell me something.
Okay.
That dude is absolute moron.
Okay. Yeah, it rained. The frogs came out. I just saw a group of them, to be honest. Swear to God, if I'm down here and Travis is out here. Something smells good though. Maybe it's my perfume. I actually don't want to go alone. I'm making someone come down with me. It hurts. It hurts. Look at my leg. Look at my leg. It hurts. It's swollen. It's actually swollen right now. It's so swollen. Look at it compared to my other one. It's so swollen. You want to walk down? I don't want to go alone. Could you walk down there with me?
You're not American.
You don't have to.
No, I
Oh
won't.
wait, you got Rhineland over here.
You
Never
don't
mind.
care about Americans, bro. You care
Okay.
about foreigners over Americans.
Marlon wants to go back too, but I told him we had to wait till John came and
Yeah.
my friend Chris.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys staying with them,
I'll stay
and
I'll come with you every time.
I appreciate you. What the fuck? Was that a joke?
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm like, I thought you were on our side. I feel so betrayed.
I've been trolling Tina for 4.5 years. Come on.
What's your
Are we
Good to
good?
see- Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm
know
like,
why
I
I
thought you
tagged
were on
you?
our
I
side.
tagged you because my people love you.
What's your other
I
handle?
love you too.
What's your other
I love you.
My other handle?
Not the
Oh,
not
besides
I'm
not
on.
Tina?
I'm on stream. Hold on.
And I'm trying to get a younger demographic too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, damn. I thought he was on our
Come on,
side.
let's say hi to Rebel.
Hi
We
guys.
saw you up on downtown Portland today.
Yeah. It's so heartbreaking. I was watching people scrub their I don't know. It's like they were scrubbing their skin off. It was sad. It was so sad. And then people wanted to down here. People wanted to freak out when we were filming. But how else are we supposed to show how Kate Brown and Tina have completely destroyed our
19 years.
our
19
state?
years she's had political power.
Yeah.
19 years. That post,
Yeah, so it's-
that was rage bait. People
Yeah,
read the comments. People went out of their minds.
Oh my gosh. I was like, wait, I thought what?
I blocked
So there's still.
Fields today, by the way.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he
Did you
can't
see
stop
that?
posting about me.
That was nasty.
He can't stop posting about me.
Oh,
I'm
he's
like, what the
obsessed.
fuck? So there are a little more people out here tonight. I'm wondering how it will go. Okay,
Yeah, but on your side.
I just wanted to come down and check it out and see who was down
Okay.
here.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I just wanted to come check it out. It looks like there's
walk
a
over there.
little more people out here tonight. Are they throwing something on?
I'm not sure.
Is that Patrick?
What's that?
Is that Patrick? No, that's not Patrick.
Patrick's not here.
No.
No one else is.
Yeah.
No other Patriots out here.
There's Patriots out. Oh.
No other Patriots,
No
sorry.
other Patriots.
No,
No.
just us.
Yeah.
I'll walk over there with you. We were over there a little bit ago.
Yeah. I wonder how my phone's gonna do over here. Usually I don't have good service over here. Guys, how's my service doing?
They've come out quite a few times tonight.
I don't see any of the regulars.
No.
No, they're like all new faces. All new faces. Okay, the only regular I see though is Chicken.
Yeah. That guy with the backpack, he's out here every night too. He always
With the
wears a mask
backpack?
and he tries to document people. He's respectful, but definitely
That
not.
guy always streams. Whenever he sees me, he's always like, "Oh, there's right side rebel, blah blah, this and that." Like, bro.
You get the hits, you get the likes.
Yeah. No, literally, it's like everybody uses me for clickbait.
Yeah.
But
I'll smile at him, that'll break the camera.
no kidding.
Do you know who is
Wait,
here?
what? You said smile at them?
I'll smile at him, that'll break their camera.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
I'll just
Yeah,
stand
I
here and
don't
smile
think.
at
Oh,
them,
they're
be
still
like,
on the roof. They're still on the
There were
roof.
some streamers that, they may not have been streamers, but they sure look like it. There was a dude with a camera and another dude in like a white t-shirt, and they were both here.
Look what someone said. JD hates that fucking chicken.
Yeah, wood chipper! Wood chipper JD!
Oh my gosh, where is JD? Someone needs to send him the chicken. He's still out here. JD didn't scare him off. Yeah, there's still people.
Let's walk back over real
Yeah.
quick and get Rylan and his family, and we'll come back.
Okay.
I just needed more pagers.
Yeah.
It was just me and Brent, heavily medicated.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
how are you? Hi, Peter. Good to see you. I'll just
I don't know what's the point of that. Hi, Chandler.
How's it going?
Tired.
There was a recent Gallup poll that Gallup did in September. And I finished it.
Oh.
Published it in September.
It tilted.
Only 54% of the United States support
There.
capitalism now.
What do the rest support?
Thank you,
What
Canada
is the
fan. I
rest?
appreciate
Well,
you.
that's not how that works. It's so 54% say they support capitalism, and then 66% of Democrats and 39% of Americans in general say they support socialism. That isn't like either or. It's like you can say both. You can say you support both, right?
I don't know. I don't know how Gallup works. I'm uneducated in it, so that's I guess
I mean,
what
Gallup is just like one of the oldest and most reliable polling
sources.
organizations. Yeah, they're just like really,
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
yeah, Gallup is important.
I was just curious because if 54% it, what do the other 66% support? Like
Yeah.
socialism or
54% support capitalism. However, that's like considering the fact that we live in a capitalist country where the media is owned by capitalists and all of like the shit that we basically our entire
Oh, here we go.
society is built on this.
Oh, here we go.
Society is built on this capitalism.
It's
right?
back.
Our society
It's
is
back.
built on labor and people. But capitalism is when you take all of the labor that people do and you take like the direction of the government and like the types of legislation that get passed and you just let rich people decide because they own everything.
What about like small person capitalism? I have my own small business with employees because I want to make a better life.
That's good.
That's capitalism, right?
It could be, but
In my perspective?
unfortunately, it would be. It would be if.
In good faith, that would be my perspective, right?
All right, it would be, right? But you need to remember that the limitless accumulation of wealth makes it so that a tiny handful of elites will completely eat up the entire economy and every market they participate in, right? So it destroys competition for small businesses. It makes it more and more difficult for small businesses to be able to succeed and keep their doors open because they can outprice you. They can force you to pay exorbitant prices for materials that you need, right? Shit like that. Right?
Sure.
So capitalism leads to that.
So that's the negative side of capitalism.
Exactly right.
But there can be a positive, right?
Yes, there can be. If there were no rich people, like if there were no limitless accumulation of power into a handful of elites, capitalism would work fine. It wouldn't be a big deal, right? It would do just great. But the problem is that capitalism is just like a temporary stage between feudalism and feudalism, right?
Is that a stereotype though? Because I had somebody that was well funded help start my business because they had good faith and believed. So and that person is
Hey, look,
actually
it's one of the little Japanese trucks.
those are fun.
They are cool.
They're neat. I still got a fire truck one like that drives around. It's
One
like
of-
a little
I
fire
saw
truck
that
with
all the
one.
time when I was in Korea.
They're cool.
One of the only
In Korea,
opinions
aren't
I've
those
heard
tuk
from.
tuks? Or are they
I have no
little
idea.
trucks like that?
They have
Okay.
little trucks like that in Korea, like
No,
all
tuk-
over Korea.
Tuk tuks.
But yeah,
Oh, I
there's
think that's Indonesia.
there's a thing that
But,
rich
like,
people do where they.
Capitalism was like the hope that we built ourselves on, right?
Yeah, it is. It was the hope. It was the
So-
dream. It was the lie that we were given.
got molested.
Capitalism and democracy were the two lies that we were given.
And got molested with negative intention.
It got molested by malicious people, right?
Sure.
Exactly, right?
But there's still that
If
hope
you-
of it,
if
right?
you-
And that's what our country's built on.
It is built on hope. I agree with that, right? It's the belief that democracy is possible. It's the belief, this is from the paint pen. It's the belief
I'm not
that,
judging. Looks like you got your fingerprints taken at the cops.
no, they never actually did that there.
Did you get arrested?
You got arrested?
No, I've never been arrested. I was
Oh.
detained.
I've been arrested.
Oh, why? For what?
I was a felon
What'd
when
you-
I was a teenager.
Nothing.
So.
I guess I got arrested once when I was a teenager for drug weed. That was fun.
We're teenagers, we're young and dumb
Yeah.
at that age.
But what was I saying?
We were talking about how capitalism is essentially the hope of America, right? Like,
Richard!
Oh, no. Capitalism isn't the hope.
and democracy. It's like we had the hope and it got molested
Exactly. So
by violators.
it's the
and-
same with democracy, right? The people in power, like the Democrats and the Republicans, they tell us that we have a republic or a democracy, but in reality, our opinions, the things we want, do not actually get represented in change in legislation, right? There was a 2014 study conducted called Testing Theories on American Politics. And what it found, to absolutely nobody's surprise, is that public interests have effectively zero correlation to change in legislation and change in laws. Meanwhile, corporate lobbyist groups, their stated goals and objectives, basically a one-to-one correlation to change in legislation. In other words,
Where do you find this at? You get like this information.
well, you just,
And not just Google, because forgive me for being naive to technology, Google, like,
So-
I literally asked Google, like, how do I change my tire? And it tells me, like, very illiterate to technology. So where do you get this kind of information from that makes you think this?
you just have to like be involved in the
I'm asking you
circles of people.
specifically.
Yeah, I mean, for this, it's Skillins and Page 2014.
It's
The
what?
study-
I
the
think I
study is
saw
called
them. I
Testing
think I
Theories on
saw them
American
somewhere. I think they're
Politics
over
by
there.
two,
So in like,
economists whose last names are Gillins and
Are
Page.
they over there?
It's like a book or something, or a study online.
It was a study. I mean, it wasn't on. It is online, but it wasn't done online. It was
Right.
like-
Before
It's by two.
I think I saw them somewhere.
Something, I don't know. Two economic people at a big college place. Fancy. They're really famous people within their scientific community, right?
Sure.
But so yeah, it's just like when a study is
They might be
conducted,
by
it
Patriot
usually
Corner.
gains some notoriety depending on how significant it is. And additionally, like when you look at Wikipedia, there are citations, and you can just like check the citations and then read the citations to determine if what you're reading is bullshit or not. Because oftentimes you'll read a citation and it'll be like a fucking like random ass BuzzFeed article. And
But
it's
that's
like,
where you get your information.
Well, yeah, it's through.
I was asking them.
Yeah, the citations that you find, not just on Wikipedia, but also like through podcasts and things. When somebody makes a claim, you just look it up to see if it's true. Because
What
if,
kind of podcasts do you follow that? What podcast do you have on your podcast reel?
I guess, do you know Behind the Bastards?
No.
Behind the Bastards is so great.
Okay.
You should watch Behind the Bastards.
What else?
Or listen, whatever.
Sure.
Behind the Bastards is like every single person, everybody should watch. Behind the Bastards is about literally just like looks through at like different people or organizations throughout history that are just like cartoonishly evil. Just like
Okay.
how fucking evil can people be, right? And then what's his name? Robert Evans is the host, and he's got a great voice. His voice is better than mine.
So Robert Evans.
Robert
podcast
Evans,
Also.
yeah, Robert Evans is Behind the Bastard. That's the.
He's one of the
it's-
Behind the Bastards.
No, that is his podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's the bastard.
Yeah, he's the bastard who runs Behind the
He's
Bastards.
the guy. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but
Just trying to see where you get information from, because
Yeah.
we all benefit and value from more information, right? Like,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
knowledge is power, and the more knowledge we have, the more
Oh, yeah.
able we're to create our own opinions and
Right.
dialogue
correct.
and
Yeah.
understanding of others, even if it is something that we don't necessarily agree or see, but
Oh, yeah.
maybe we don't know, or maybe we just have a difference of opinion. So
Yeah.
it's
I made that point at Western Oregon University the other week because it seemed like they had like a little bit of false information on, I think it was something to do with veterans, and I'm like, oh, actually this topic I know firsthand. And so I'm like, you see, like, you could see something here, something, but you have to do your own research, because I feel like if everybody saw the true situation of something or the true information, the real information, I feel like everybody would be on the same page. But that's the problem between two sides, is not everybody gets the true story.
Yes.
A
that
person is getting a false story, another person's getting a false story, or they're just listening to their friends and they
Yes.
don't actually see the stories. They're just going off of what they hear.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Humans, and I've always said this, humans are not smart or stupid. We're not evil or good, not general, like as a whole,
Yeah.
right?
I
We're
mean, some
tribalistic.
people are evil.
Right.
Some people have evil hearts.
Psychopaths exist.
Yeah, psychopaths do exist.
I got a little friend. Would you answer some questions for him?
Sure.
But
Just has some genuine good faith questions.
Yeah, that's
He's
fine.
a younger human that is just trying to be involved.
That's fine.
Riley, do you want to ask Chandler something?
Do you know that trans women are men?
That wasn't a good faith question.
What else?
So
How
let me
about
ask
other-
you. Let me ask you. A question,
You're right.
So you seem to have been called the trans woman. But why do you care?
I care because they're attacking men. I mean, women.
They're attacking women.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, 90% of violent crimes, male violent crimes are against women.
90% of male violent crimes are against women.
I think. You can look it up.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's gonna be.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I don't guess. Let's see. What
How about me?
percent
How about a different
of
question in that same
violent
context?
crime?
hey, Chandler, before I have the video camera on you, are you okay with me streaming you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I always like to, you know me, I always like to ask before.
How do you feel about men in women's spaces?
Yeah.
So,
Sports, too.
violence against women, especially intimate partner violence, is widespread, with global estimates suggesting about 1 in 3 women experience physical, sexual, or sexual IPV or sexual violence in their lifetime, often perpetuated by male partners. Those specific percentages by all men. Let's see. Oh, so probably what you're referring to is that 94%
Domestic.
of domestic abuse cases are committed by men,
Yeah.
that isn't 90% of like male violence is against women. That
Well-
in domestic abuse cases, men are almost always the ones being physically abusive, right?
Yeah,
Which
but
is
okay,
real.
but what's your opinion for men going into women's sports? Do you think that's okay? Because I think that they.
Or
can you agree
bathrooms.
that they have higher testosterone? Or
Testosterone?
Yeah,
So actually, when a trans woman begins to take hormone replacement therapy,
That doesn't
their
always work.
they take testosterone blockers.
Yeah.
So their testosterone is actually usually lower than even like a normal cis woman's, right? Because they are taking a testosterone blocker. Like all the trans women I know are like problematically physically weak because they take testosterone blockers, right? And yeah, that's
What
like,
about men in women's spaces?
I mean,
Men
they're-
in women's
they
bathrooms?
They are women, though, right?
No,
How?
no,
What
they're
makes them a
biologically
woman?
not.
Well-
Just because they think and pretend they are does not mean that they are.
Think
You
about
can't
it.
pretend to be a black person. You can't pretend to be a Mexican.
Think about it like this, right?
You
I
can't
don't-
pretend to be something you're not. You can't pretend to be a chicken.
less than a fraction of 1% of people who transition, right? Of trans people who are able to transition, regret it. And the rate of suicide among people who transition is significantly lower, or of trans people,
We were
is
talking about
significantly lower when
men
they
in
transition.
women's spaces, though, and how it
Right.
makes the women feel.
Right. I'm acknowledging that they are people first, right? So.
If you had a
fucking-
daughter
right.
or your
If-
mom, would you want a man going into the bathroom with you?
Well, they're not men; they're trans women, and also they are in stalls. They're not like fucking peeking at each other.
So you think it's okay?
Have you never like been to some place with a mixed bathroom where
I don't support that.
you don't support that? It's
No.
just you go into it's not a
I
big
support biology and men and women.
Anyways, so when somebody transitions, right, they are significantly less likely to commit suicide, right?
I don't believe that.
Okay, you don't need to believe it.
I think when people go through those kind of psychological detriments, I think they have a higher rate for depression and suicide than people that don't go through that.
Are
I think it
Compared-
kind of falls on both sides, because if they do it too soon, I mean, I didn't know who my true self was till 2 to 3 years ago.
More of an adult, not as a teenager.
More of an adult.
Thank you, Donald Trump. God bless America.
So I think it falls on both sides. Like, some people might be happier, but then there's those people that will do it and they regret it, and then
More people, I
you know,
think, have depression
it depends.
and
So I think it falls on
suicidal
both
thoughts
sides.
than that don't.
You know what I mean?
I think you're already going
So I
through a
googled the
negative.
first claim that I made and it was true. Now let's look at fucking. Sorry, what was the thing you just said? I should
I
have taken
said
out.
that I think it kind of falls on both sides. Like, some people might be happier with that change, but
All right.
if you do it and like, because what I said is, I didn't know my true self till maybe 2-3 years ago. So maybe they like some people might regret it.
A UK study of over 3,000 gender clinic attendees found a regret rate of just 0.47%. 0.47%.
They should do that study in the U.S. It'd probably be a lot different.
People are just people. Let's see. A U.S. study involving 28,000 trans adults found that only 8% had ever detransitioned, and 62% of them did so
Oh,
temporarily.
we're having good conversations. Sorry.
Largely due to social pressures. So yeah, turns out that in places where trans people are more accepted, they are less likely to detransition, and when they do, it's because of social pressures. Because a Danish study found that 0.06% regretted it, right? So less than 1% of people regret transitioning, right?
Yeah.
And they are significantly less likely to kill themselves. If nothing else, you could acknowledge that this is an extremely effective mental health treatment for these people, right? Because it's like either this or they kill themselves. Do you want them to die? Do you think they should die?
I don't want anyone to die.
Exactly, right? It's like yes, if you are going to treat it as a mental illness, which like I personally don't believe that it is, but if you consider it from the perspective of like a disorder.
Your sign.
But think about it like something is considered a disorder when it impedes your ability to like function within a society, right? So it is a disorder if it affects your ability to function in society. It isn't like an objective thing, right? If there is a society that is like rigged against whatever traits you have, such as with ADHD, right?
Yeah.
Like evolutionarily speaking, ADHD was never a disorder. It was just like, totally fine.
I have ADHD so bad.
So many people have ADHD.
Yeah,
right?
a lot of people do.
It was just an evolutionary adaptation. It has trade-offs, right? It makes it so that you have better visual acuity on average, right? That you are more
I'll come over that way in a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
So like now it is a disorder because we have built a society in which ADHD is no longer advantageous.
Yeah.
But it isn't like it's just a normal thing that our bodies do. The concept of a disorder is social. It is a social construct. So if we were to like regard transgender people as being like having a disorder, then the most effective, by and far the single most effective mental health treatment for them is just letting them wear the clothes they want to wear and transition and like undergoing hormone replacement therapy or like puberty delaying, whatever it's called.
So I really like I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to go out of my way to be rude to someone who wants it to does agree with it. I don't agree with it personally. It's a part of my religion.
It's also just like it's not your body. What do you care?
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm not going to go out of my way to hate someone, you know. I just don't like, I mean, we've talked before. I don't like living my life full of hate. I'm not going to go out of my way. I have, maybe it's just the protest, but like I've met kind people, like, because the U of O, I was able to go up respectfully to a couple trans students, and they had a respectful conversation with me, and we actually had a lot of common ground on transgender bathrooms and how like it shouldn't be in high schools and stuff. And they had a different reasoning than I did, but we both agreed it should, like, individual bathrooms should be set, like individual ones, not gender ones, you know. And I think that would be better on everybody. Because their side, people get violent. My side, I think that especially teenage girls, you're getting your period, you're growing your boobs. You know, I was uncomfortable in front of women when I was growing up and I was getting all that. And so, you know, we had different reasons, but we had the end, like, same thought that we should have individual restrooms. And so I feel like the more people talk, the more people can meet in the middle. And so,
yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
When you aren't just like abjectly hostile to people in order to virtue signal so that you look like a good member of your social group, or like I'm a good conservative. I hate this person I've never met before. You know,
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm a good liberal. I hate this person I've never met before. Right? It's every group of people does this, right?
yeah, and I feel like as this protest has calmed down, a lot of people from both sides are more talkative. Like, Pam had someone in their space, and Pam's been letting both sides come up in her space on X lately. And so Pam had someone in her space that was days before Leilani and I were actually in a space, and she stood up for me while I wasn't there against this free James Field guy or something on X. And well, he's been making sexual comments towards Leilani and I, and then was trying to get my number from guys that had it, trying to hook up with me or something, and I called him out on it. And she was standing up against me, and he was making the same comments to her, comparing both of our bodies. Yeah, it was disgusting. So we were standing up for each other and in the space, and she's like, well, I want to have a conversation with you next time I see you at the protest. So I feel like as things calm down here, both sides are kind of having more conversations with each other. Do you see that same thing?
Yes, to a greater. I mean, it depends on the individual.
I mean, they're you know, you got individuals on each side. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, like Tommy. Tommy is no desire to be reasonable. He just wants to scream and be a big, dumb, silly guy. That's who he is as a person,
Yeah.
and I hate that, but whatever.
I don't like the antagonizing, but I love Tommy like a brother, and I'm sure you have that on your guys' side too.
Yeah, there's a lot of really stupid people.
Yeah. Yeah, I know a few people who just like to antagonize, like being out here regularly. It's you saw that a lot.
Yeah.
There are people on both sides who like to antagonize. No party's innocent in that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Humans are tribalistic, right?
Yeah.
We see someone who is part of the out group, and then it's immediately just like,
Yeah.
oh, the enemy. No recourse, no resolution possible.
See, I've been talking about this a lot because it's like we used to not care about the other party. Like, we used to not care what the other person's party was, the other person's belief, interests. Like, we used to not care about that stuff. We all used to just live civilly, you know? It's turned around over the last 10 years,
Yeah.
really bad.
So this is not a coincidence, actually. I don't know if you know, but during the Reagan administration, news, like there were like requirements for news to like be as relatively factual, right? They couldn't just like make shit up, right? They had to have some degree of integrity. But during the Reagan administration, that law or whatever was repealed, and now news could be entertainment.
Yeah.
And after that, we started getting right wing and
left wing.
And left wing, basically they stopped caring what the truth was, right? They started
Yeah.
trying to radicalize people to get more views, right?
Yeah,
Because
and
if
that's
they can
why-
say the next more radical thing, to be just like one up, gradually be a little bit more radical every time, you're more likely to incite people's attention, right? Just say more negative things or like get people to be more tribalistic, right? You will get more people to watch your channel and be like committed followers of your fucking channel, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why, like, during protests, I like to stream because what I started getting a lot of is, oh, I don't want to have a conversation with you, you're just going to cut it. So if I'm live on YouTube, I can't cut any conversation, you know. I might, like, make it into shorter videos, which will lead people to my YouTube to watch the full thing, but, you know. Yeah, and so I completely get what you're saying. Like, it's really the matter of fact that you have to start researching like statistics and data and everything yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Turns out there is a lot of good data out there. So this is kind of like an aside, but it's very relevant. I don't remember if it was like a 1986 or something interview with. There's an interview with Yuri Bezmenov, who is a defected KGB agent, right? And in the interview, he talks about like things the KGB does, right? But one of the most interesting parts of it is he talks about demoralization. And what it is, it's a thing that the KGB and the CIA and like every first world government does it, or first world, every developed country's government and like secret agencies, whatever the fuck, right? They all do this on purpose, right? They attempt to fill the public discourse of their own country and other countries with as much disinformation and as many conflicting viewpoints as possible, right? They try to spread conflicting and divisive narratives so that the working class remains divided and easy to manipulate and control,
Yeah.
right? There was a robber baron in the early half of the 20th century, like right at the turn of the century, who famously said something along the lines of, I can pay one half of the working class to fight the other half, right? And in context, he was talking about union busting, but it can be very easily seen how that has been used throughout history to keep us divided and make it so that we blame powerless people instead of blaming the powerful people, right? Because when you talk to conservatives, when you talk to even liberals, right, most
Yeah.
people, we all are angry at corruption, at rich people influencing politics with all their fucking money, right?
Yeah.
And yet, here we are blaming literally anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I won't lie, like, when Charlie Kirk died, like, I didn't even need to know who did it. I was just like, I was so mad at the time, and I was so hurt. Like, Charlie Kirk was someone that, you know, a lot of people were hurt over, and not even knowing the man. And so it's like, it's a human emotion, and like, I shouldn't have done that. Like, I'll own up to that. Like, I should have waited, like, for anything to come out, the right information to come out. And so a lot of people do it out of human emotion, but some people just do it because, I mean, that's what's happening nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the easy go-to. It's like being out here and someone automatically pointing at me and going Nazi Barbie or fascist, and you know, but those words don't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, that's.
And so it's just an insult. It's like calling someone a jerk or a brat.
It isn't. Those words are not going to create any meaningful change, right?
Yeah.
The only change they're going to create is to reinforce existing divides, right?
Yeah.
This is the what words would be better
For piracy.
for piracy?
Yeah. It's not fascism.
Well, no. The thing is that they are fascist, but they don't know that they are fascist because they have been lied to, right?
Oh, so we can't keep using those words.
If
But
it's,
so
do you
if those
think
words don't work, what words would be better?
what words work? It's actually, I'm
That's-
going to be completely open about this. The way to convince people is to start off by agreeing on something, because we all share common material conditions, right?
Yeah.
The vast majority of, like 99% of the people in the country, right, have very similar material conditions.
Yeah, it takes a conversation
Yeah.
to realize that, and that's what a lot of people don't have now.
Yeah, it's like the thing that I always start with when talking to anybody who might have any conflicting views at all, right? Whether it's liberals or conservatives or moderates or centrists or independents, whatever, right? The thing I always start with is, how do you feel about political corruption? No one likes it, right? And everybody knows that the reason it happens is because rich people use their money to lobby the government or to like do illegal shit with their money, to bribe politicians or like give like, you know, like technically legal fucking bribes, like what do they do? Like giving $300,000 a year positions to the family members of politicians, right? And then they don't do anything in that position.
Yeah.
Because it's just a dumb fake
Yeah.
job, give you money. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like everybody knows the problem is rich people. It is the fact that all of the political and economic power in our country is owned by a tiny handful of economic elites. Everybody knows that. It's so fucking obvious, right? Rich people directly determine what the law is. You can't regulate rich people. They are above the law. They write the laws, right? There's only one conclusion to follow from that, and everybody knows what it is, but liberals are afraid to say it, and conservatives are reluctant to say it. But everybody knows there's only one solution, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's inching his way closer. He's like that
It's like
snail. You know, the snail that follows you for the rest of your life. Puberty blockers are actually great because, like, first of all, you can just do puberty later. It's like there are puberty blockers were originally created for children who started puberty at like when they were like very, very young, right? And like it doesn't cause problems for you to start puberty later. In fact, it is beneficent for anatomical boys to delay puberty because boys are usually like a year or two dumber than
So
girls.
I saw a video that Charlie Kirk did with a trans that took puberty blockers from a young age, I think. And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you saw that video, but they were really upset because they're like, I don't want this anymore. And they were really upset. They're like, I don't know how to switch back because when I switch back, or when I stop taking these meds or something like that, when I quit this transition, I'm going to start everything over again. I never went through puberty, and I'm going to go through that. I'm going to go through the voice change. And they were like super upset in the video. I'd have to find the video, but it was a but that's one person out of how many have taken puberty blockers.
And again, less than 1% of people regret transitioning.
Yeah.
And that isn't even transitioning. It's delaying
That's delaying
puberty.
Yeah.
And if you choose, if the child then chooses when they are old enough to return to whatever cisgender they were born with, or to like continue being that gender, then they can, and there's no negative effects to that, right?
Yeah. What I would really like to see is Portland coming together again. The patriots, the protesters. I mean, not exactly patriots and protesters. You know what I mean? Like all parties coming together. Like I just did a stream downtown today. I forgot where I was. I was downtown somewhere, and the homelessness and drug usage is so bad, and it's because Oregon decriminalized drugs, then recriminalized it, but they're not enforcing it. They're not throwing people in prison, and that's where you get that sober mindset.
So
that's
this is something that we're probably going to disagree on, but it's extremely important.
Yeah.
In countries where like crime is less of a problem. How's it going? Treats. My hands are covered in ink or paint now. I also can't eat high fructose corn. But yeah.
What about oranges and bananas?
I'll have one later.
Okay.
Thank you. That is the cutest man.
He's a what?
He is just the cutest human being.
He's adorable. He looks adorable. He's got this smile on his face.
He's a veteran in fucking Desert Storm.
Really? Yeah, talking to one of the residents here. They have like a program, and there's at least 20 veterans in this program in these apartments. Yeah.
But about crime, right? So in other countries where they don't treat criminals as slaves, like literally in the you probably already know, convicts, criminals who have been put into the prison industrial complex, literally, legally, like unambiguously are slaves. In law, written in law, they are slaves, right? They are able to be used for labor. And in other countries where that isn't the case, the prison systems that they have, the punitive systems that they have, they don't just like punish you for committing crimes. They take you and they're like, oh, we have failed you, like society has failed you.
Yeah.
It isn't that you have failed society, it is that you need help and you didn't get the help in time. And so they go to prison, they get the help that they need, they learn trade skills, they like do fulfilling shit that like helps them to gain like a better sense of like more interesting experiences that develop their character as a human being, right?
Yeah.
Like fucking going skydiving, going hiking, shit like that, right? And then they learn a trade skill, and then when they get out prison, they are better. They don't go back, right? They are given the means to succeed instead of in America, where when you go to prison once, you're basically fucked because now that's on your record, right? And anytime you try to get a job, you are significantly less likely to get that job, right? It makes it so that you kind of like need to now be a criminal.
Yeah. I mean, I do see jobs that like to give people second chances, and it's because a lot of people like JD are out there, and they like to give people second chances. They've been there, they've done that, they're out, they're better now.
Systemically speaking, though, that isn't significant.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But like my kind of point of that is they're not going into prison, so they're not having like, obviously you could get drugs in prison, but it's hard. It's not easy.
It's also
so that's the only sober mindset they have though, is in prison, and out on the streets they're high or they're taking something or thinking about their next fix.
The thing about people who are addicts is that they are not homeless because they are addicts. They are addicts because they are homeless, usually, right?
Yeah.
Like it is obviously they feed into one another, but like usually the people who are homeless are not going to be homeless permanently. Most homeless people are only temporarily homeless, and a significant portion of homeless people, I think, is like I don't remember. But you can Google it. I'll get distracted if I Google it. A significant number of homeless people do work, and like I have known many friends who like live in their cars or couch surf, or even living on the streets who have jobs.
It's so hard for Oregon, like 26 years old, and like it's hard to get on your feet.
Yes,
You know,
it
in
is.
Oregon, but it used to be easy like 10, 15 years ago. It used to be easier. But like, I mean, recently we just had our biggest gas tax put on us, and it's like,
Isn't it crazy that like poor people still keep getting taxed when literally we have less than 1% of the wealth? Like, when you include corporate wealth and the private individual wealth that the IRS knows about of
Yeah.
rich people, right? The top like 0.01% of the country with their corporate holdings, right? They own well over 99% of the wealth and like capital in the country, right? Their assets, right? So like, and that's compared to the entire remaining 99% of the country, right? So it's like, when you look at the tax, like who pays the taxes, and you're like, oh, well, the top 10% pays for 2/3 of all the taxes. It's like, okay, well, that's crazy because they actually have all of the wealth, and the top 0.01% doesn't pay any taxes, right?
Yeah.
They evade all of their taxes. So the people who are really paying the taxes are the upper middle class, not the real upper class, right?
Yeah.
It is the worker, the people who work directly under the ruling class, right?
Yeah.
So like, when we say tax the rich, when you see leftists or even fucking liberals say tax the rich, what they're talking about, they're not talking about like millionaires, right?
Yeah.
I mean them too. But usually we're talking about the people who own the fucking country, right?
yeah,
And it's like, instead of that though, the government is like, oh, you want lower taxes? Okay, sure, we'll give lower taxes to rich people and you get higher taxes because you can't evade your taxes.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of Oregon's problems are like on the governor. I think, because I mean,
Not a fan.
there's, yeah, of the governor? Yeah, I hate her. I don't know how she's still in office, honestly. Like, there's so many ways that at this point, with the homelessness and the drug usage, there's so many ways people as a community could have came together to help fix that or do something, because obviously our governor's not. You know, we could have all, like, if people didn't focus on the other side and having war with the other side, we could have probably had her out of office by now, but that doesn't happen because, you know, people are at war with each other.
So, like, getting rid of one bad governor will not fix things.
Yeah, no.
That's
yeah.
the thing that we need to bear in
Sadly,
mind.
that's
right?
true.
I fully agree that the left and the right and the centrists and the liberals all need to fucking, well, liberals are basically centrists, all need to
Yeah.
fucking, like, realize that we are members of the working class. We do have one common enemy that we do need to focus on, right? And nothing will get better until we address the elephant in the room. It's rich people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I agree. They get the easier part of life. They,
No, it's
you
not.
know?
It's not that. It's that they own the country, right? They can use.
Yeah.
There's a
yeah.
tiny handful of people who get to make all of the decisions, and they're crazy, right?
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
have power, you become a psychopath.
Yeah, like, have you been seeing? Gosh, what's her name? I'm trying to think of her name, but she's just like letting loose in the office and like just yelling at everybody. Someone I don't want as a congressman or a senator.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of her name.
You know who Peter Thiel is?
No, I don't.
You don't know who Peter Thiel is?
No.
Holy shit. Oh,
No,
man.
it sounds familiar. There's so
Do you
many
know
names out
Palantir?
there.
Palantir? You don't know what Palantir is? Oh man. So Palantir is a military, it's a contract, fucking military contractor that works with the United States military, right?
Yeah.
And they are the biggest contractor of the United States military, and I'm pretty sure of the entire, the entire government
When did you get out of the military?
in 2018. But
2018.
Yeah, but Palantir, it's a technology company, and basically what they do is they try to get all of the data that exists.
How did I not hear about that? Because I went in 2017. Yeah, and I
So,
came out in 2021.
You need to look up. You all need to look up Palantir and Peter Thiel, because he is literally an evil genius. He is actually deeply, thoroughly evil. He is a techno-feudalist. He believes that corporations and rich people should rule the world,
Yeah.
like openly. He doesn't like hide that. he is openly anti-democracy. He believes that no one should be allowed to vote, that the workers should just be obedient to their corporate overlords, and he doesn't give a shit about whether or not workers like live better lives because of that. He's just evil. He's so crazy, but he's a genius, so we have to deal with that. But yeah, he's one of the co-founders or owners or whatever of Palantir, which is terrifying because that like they own and have direct access to all of the data in the entire government, right? They can just have all of it, and they have direct access to all of the fucking like systems that the government has access to, which means most of our phones, right?
Yeah.
Basically all of our phones, all of our computers, all of our devices, right? They just have access to everything, and that is why they're pouring so much money into AI. It isn't so that we can have this silly chat GPT so that they can process ginormous loads of surveillance information.
Yeah. I can't even lie. I use ChatGPT all the time.
Stop turning the buttons.
Is that Tommy's mega? Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for the conversation, Chandler. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to look at Palantir
And Peter Thiel.
Peter Thiel.
Peter Thiel, you can watch, actually this is great. Go to watch the Behind the Bastards episodes on Peter Thiel.
Okay.
And then you'll see Robert Evans is really fucking smart. Robert Evans is great. And funny. Very funny guy. He is like a person that, like a guest that comes on that he like explains it to, and it's really funny. But yeah, watch the Behind the Bastards episodes on Peter Thiel.
Okay. Okay, perfect. I will. Thank you. Oh. He's really got Tommy's megaphone out here. Love you too. Do they have Tommy's megaphone out here on repeat? I have no idea who sent the... Okay, David Coley, thank you so much for the support. That's socialist bullshit. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. I have no idea if I missed any super chats. Hey mods, if there were any super chats while I was in that conversation, can you DM them to me, DM me screenshots, because I always want to see my super chats, and I'll probably thank them in my next video or post something. But if anybody else sent super chats, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Or if I'm in middle of a conversation and you want me to see your message, doesn't matter if it's on stream. And you don't care if it's on stream, then you could go to my Cash App or Venmo and put in the message in there. Thank you guys so much. And here we go to Tommy. My fingers are freezing, guys.
Was you down there talking to some retards?
I had a long conversation with Chandler. Every conversation I've actually had with
Chandler's
him.
down there?
Yeah, that's who I was talking to.
Oh, shit.
Did you see me?
No.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not.
that's
I see
who
you guys down there, but these glasses aren't.
Thank you, Spin. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, so.
If you talk to those people long enough, you lose IQ points, man. You can't fucking do that.
Oh my gosh.
Especially fucking Chandidley.
Chandler's right in the corner.
Yeah.
Go where?
Behind that pole, man.
Yeah, behind the pool.
Yes.
Okay, I need to plug in plug in my phone for a little bit, guys. I might go back live here. If not, then I will be here next time. I might go back live, so if you guys want to pay attention to my lives, make sure you turn on my notifications. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna turn it off and charge it for a bit. Thank you.
Man.
Oh wait, hold on. David Coley, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you so much. Merry Christmas, young lady. Love what you do. Thank you so much and happy holidays.
Yeah, Betty's